Good evening and welcome to Weekend News. I am Daphne Kibamakoli. Coming up in this edition of the news, 3 Chinese and 4 Ghanaians arrested for alleged SIM-box fraud. President, Sierra Leone Traditional Healers Association, Dr. Kamomunu Sandi, calls for unity among members. Honorable Ibrahim Tawakonte of Constituency 132 assures his constituents of tangible development under the new direction. And Vice President ECOWAS Commission Finda Kurma commends National Intelligence Service chiefs of member states for remarkable contributions to peace and security. All the stories and more lined up in this edition of News Hour with me, Daphne Kimamakoli.
Today, we made a major discovery.
Three Chinese and 4 Ghanaians have been arrested for alleged SIM-box fraud and are currently detained at the Criminal Investigations Department. This is according to the new Director General of the National Telecommunications Commission, Maxwell Massaquoi, in an interview with SLBC.
Sometime yesterday, we made a major discovery of SIM-box operations, illegal SIM-box operations, and around the Kinanman Road area, I think commonly known as Red Pump. We caught several Chinese nationals that were running a SIM-box business, a SIM-box operation, which in our estimation could be running around $2 million a month. Not to dive into the details of the investigation because it is ongoing, but we did receive intelligence and we acted on the intelligence, and the intelligence did give us what we were looking for. There's no allegation of the Chinese, these nationals, this SIM-box operation producing SIM cards. The crux of the matter here is that illegal international voice traffic that's meant to come through the proper channels, whereas as a government, we're supposed to get revenue from such traffic. This operation is bypassing. So they have their own gateway, they have their own network, instead of it coming through the proper channels, whereas the operators will benefit, you yourself will benefit, my government will benefit. They are bringing the traffic in, bypassing the norms, and sending the traffic as if it's a local traffic. By so doing, government is losing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. In this case, we believe almost $2 million a month. Our operations are mandated by law. As a matter of the law, we contracted a third party in the sphere of a liberalized market, whereas there's no monopoly in the gateway. Each and every MNOs, in this case mobile network operators, have licenses to operate the international gateway. We as NATCOM, we have the mandate to license the gateway. We have the mandate also to recoup surcharges or levy from the traffic that comes in. And I can tell you, we have a third-party vendor that we have contracted. I inherited that contract. That third-party vendor monitors on paper, supposed to monitor the traffic that comes in, supposed to identify the same things. Am I saying that they are not doing their job? Well, I'm not in the position to say that at this particular moment, at this material moment. But I can tell you that NATCOM as an institution, we've done everything possible under the sun. In fact, as a matter of fact, that's why we are standing here today, because we're able to identify such illegal operations, and we have, through the support of the law enforcement agencies, in particular the CID, we have nabbed the suspects, the culprits.
He is the Director General of NATCOM, Maxwell Massaquoi. Honorable Ibrahim Tawakonte of Constituency 132 has assured residents of Local Town and its environs in the Kaningo community of tangible development in their communities under President Bio's led government. Honorable Tawakonte made the assurance during the handing over of bags of cement, strips of sand and other items to the youth of Local Town community for the construction of a community bridge linking several catchment areas within the Kanigo community in Constituency 132. Ibrahim Samar reports.
20 pieces of iron rods and a tripload of sand.
In less than a year, Honorable Ibrahim Tawakonte of Constituency 132 has supported a number of community development projects in the constituency as part of promises he made to these communities during his campaign to become their parliamentary representative. Among them is the construction of this community bridge in the Local Town community, one of the newest catchments in the Kanigo environs. According to residents of Local Town community, the bridge is strategic as it links many catchments within the community. They said during the rains, the community is cut off, making lives difficult, especially for motorists, including bike riders. Roads, access to wash facilities, school, and a community center are the other felt needs of the community. They now appreciate their new Member of Parliament, Tawakonte, for his intervention in various developmental projects for the community. Elders and community stakeholders lauded Honorable Tawakonte for coming to their aid, noting that upon completion, the bridge will help ease some of the problems facing the community. The people told their Member of Parliament that electricity supply is an urgent need for the community. Handing over the consignment to the youth on behalf of the community, Honorable Ibrahim Tawakonte thanked his constituents for voting him as their Member of Parliament and President Bio. He told them that under the new direction, more tangible developments in their communities are assured.
I had already visited Maimbo and I've made donations to the people of Maimbo to the tune of 50 bags of cement, 35 lengths of iron rod, a tripload of sand, pickaxe, shovel, and some other items. I'm also working on a school project at a community called Pentagon. Currently, they are transporting the brick from Mafafield to Pentagon community, and we have a whole lot of clearing and stone crushing to do. There's also an ongoing project at number 9 community where I'm constructing a school, and that school will also house a community center.
Honorable Tawakonte said in 6 months in office, he has embarked on a series of development in his constituency, stressing the need for unity in communities in his constituency.
There was an issue at Pentagon, the land where they are currently moving the brick to, where we're going to construct the school. There was a dispute, but because we worked together, myself and the chiefs, we have resolved it. The issue of the dispute over the land with NIC, I know from what I understand is the land actually belongs to NIC. But over the years, because NIC have allowed the place to lie fallow for like 10-15 years, encroachers have made their ways into the land. And in everywhere where there are encroachers, you negotiate.
Constituency 132 is densely populated. Ibrahim Samura, Freetown.
The Bethel World Outreach Ministries has held a Thanksgiving celebration in honor of their founder and leader, Bishop Darlington Johnson, on his 60th birthday on the theme Grace for Total Dominion. The celebration was held at the Bethel World Outreach Ministries International in Freetown. Joseph Toure filed in this report.
Honoring a man of God according to the Bible provokes the blessings of God upon a Christian's life, especially one's spiritual father. As he that gives a cup of water to a prophet receives a prophetic reward. It was a gathering that attracted hundreds of Christians and Bethelites from within and outside Sierra Leone. Delivering his sermon on the topic Dominion through praises and thanksgiving, the preacher Bishop Julius Laga said that gratefulness in life can take one to higher heights. He noted that Christians should always activate the mode of praise and thanksgiving, adding that praising God can invoke the presence of God easily. Bishop Laga underscored that praising God can also result to winning spiritual battles. unlocking spiritual prison doors, among other things.
Hallelujah. So that's why it took God over 400 years to come down and rescue the children of Israel from their bondage in Egypt. Because they were busy pleading with God through prayer. And they didn't take time to praise and to thank God in the midst of their situation.
Presentation of gifts and words of appreciation climaxed the events.
GIS Bilingual Elementary International Millennium Academy and High School has held its annual Thanksgiving service at their school grounds in Freetown. Lima Peters Macaulay sent in this report.
After 17 years of establishment, the GIS School today commemorates with Thanksgiving the cause of a dream come true. With the theme, Together We Can Raise Good and Godly Seeds, the event was staged not just for Thanksgiving but for raising awareness on the ills of society, especially among the youth. Guest preacher Reverend Samuel Manslaughter in his address said the issues affecting society start from home. As such, due to gaps in the upbringing of children, society becomes perverted, adding that as different families with a single goal of better life for selves and children, each parent has work to do for the future.
They have, as a result of what we produce from our different homes. So today, we have what we call a perverse generation. Children that lack the fear of God. And if I start to ask questions now from parents, they want to blame the states, they want to blame the educational system, they want to blame the pastors, they want to blame everyone. No one wants to accept the blame. But I've come to realize the truth that what we get is what we produce.
Head girl Samira Musa in a statement to SLBC said that hard work pays, as that is what kept the school going. She advised that children listen to their parents and respect dictates of the holy books.
Our fellow students should listen to their parents and also our teachers, because they're like our academic parents. So if they listen to them and go according to our books, both the Bible and the Quran, I think they can live a godly nation and a godly life. So my message I want to send is that hard work pays a lot, because of our hard work that we're here today.
Director of Education and Studies of the institution, Reverend Victor Dauda, said that he is happy for how far the dream has come to reality and called for government support, especially to the SSS4 that will be taking the first WAS of the school as they anticipate another successful year.
The Vice President, ECOWAS Commission Finda Kuroma, has commended National Intelligence Service chiefs of member states of their remarkable contributions towards the building of a peaceful and secured ECOWAS sub-region. She was speaking at a two-day regional consultative workshop with national chiefs of intelligence services at the Radisson Blu Hotel in Freetown. Thomas Neal reports.
The session will provide a platform for frank deliberations with ECOWAS National Intelligence Service chiefs, selected military and police intelligence advisors, regional intelligence agency, heads and senior ECOWAS staff of the Political Affairs, Peace and Security Department, and the Office of the Vice President of the ECOWAS Commission. The Vice President ECOWAS Commission, Madam Finda Kuroma, indicated that their accurate, timely, and reliable intelligence gathering has been the basis for informed consultations and decision-making in their home countries that have charted many paths and saved lives. She said the Early Warning Directorate was established in line with Article 58 of the 1993 Revised Treaty and the 1999 Protocol relating to the mechanism for conflict prevention, management, resolution, peacekeeping, and security. Madam Kuroma noted that their historic meeting with the National Intelligence Service chiefs in ECOWAS member states has been designed to acquaint them with the ECOWAS civilian early warning system and to explore and define ways of establishing partnership with them.
Over the last 14 years, ECOWAS Early Warning Directorate has been gathering, analyzing, and disseminating information that have been used to prevent and/or mitigate threats to human security. With a growing urge for a paradigm shift from reaction to proactivity and prevention of human insecurity in the ECOWAS region, the importance of ECOWAN, which is a system we use as a tool for regional security and solidarity, cannot be overemphasized.
The Deputy Minister of Defense, Colonel Retired Simeon Sheriff, said government welcomes this opportunity to hear the views of representatives of the region's national chiefs of intelligence services, experts and stakeholders with the objective of defining a framework for systematic collaboration. He said West Africa region continues to face diverse and evolving security threats such as violent extremism, illegal migration, maritime insecurity, transnational organized crimes, and contagious diseases like Ebola and Lassa fever. This program will further bridge the gap between alert and response that are fundamental to the ECOWAS Early Warning and Response Network ECOWAN, the early warning flagship mechanism in the sub-region. For News Hour in Freetown, Thomas Neal reporting.
Lecturer of the Miltimagai College of Education and Technology, Jibril Fofana, has been acquitted and discharged for the offense of manslaughter by Justice Samagai of the High Court of Sierra Leone. Jibril Fofana was accused of strangling to death his wife, Marie Samora. Aminash Nyandibrama reports.
Delivering his ruling, Justice Sam Magai said the prosecution produced 7 witnesses, including the country's pathologist, Dr. Simeon Owiskoroma, that led evidence against the accused, underscoring that the defense opened its case and also called 3 witnesses, including the accused, Jibril Fofana. Justice Sam Magai further said the prosecution failed to prove its case beyond all reasonable doubt against the accused, affirming that the evidences of the 7 prosecution witnesses did not implicate the accused in any way. He noted that he was left in a quagmire as to whether it was the accused who strangled the deceased, and therefore ruled in favor of Jibril Fofana by finding him not guilty of murdering his wife, Marie Samora. Jibril Fofana was charged with the offense of manslaughter contrary to law. It was alleged by the state that Jibril Fofana on Sunday 14th June 2015 at 20 Kumba Lane murdered his wife, Marie Samora. It could be recalled that Jibril Fofana was charged to the magistrate court with the offense of murder contrary to law and was committed to the High Court for the same offense. At the High Court before Justice Sam Magai, the State Prosecuting Counsel Ahmed James Maxwell Bokari, after several hearings of the matter with no progress being made due to the constraints of empaneling the jury in 2017, applied for the offense of murder to be reduced to manslaughter in the interest of justice and was granted by the judge. The High Court Judge Justice Sam Magai later granted bail to the accused, Jibril Fofana, based on the bail application made by the defense counsel, Festus Brima Conte, on behalf of the accused. Ahmed James Maxwell Bokari prosecuted the matter on behalf of the state, while Festus Brima Conte represented the accused, Jibril Fofana. SLBC News, Aminash Nyande Brima reporting.
The Environment Protection Agency, with support from USAID and other partners, has validated the country's first national climate change adaptation plan. The validation, which took place at the Kimbima Hotel, Aberdeen, saw stakeholders on environmental protection making input into the document on measures that should be put in place for the country to adapt to the effects of climate change. Sheku Sumala reports.
The aim of the National Adaptation Plan framework is to identify and present objectives, principles, approaches, and structures which will lay down the basis for the process in the context of Sierra Leone. It also aims to identify medium and long-term adaptation needs, as well as develop and implement strategies and programs to address these needs, says the director of the Environment Protection Agency, Momodu Ba. He pointed out that climate change is a serious threat to the economy, and therefore measures on how to adapt to its effects must be taken seriously.
The essence is for us to have a plan that will have priority actions as to how we can make our country more resilient.
adverse impacts of climate change.
Tamba Emmanuel Nyaka is attached to the Climate Change Secretariat at EPA. He said the initiative to develop a national adaptation plan started 3 years ago during a conference in Togo, where opportunities were presented to countries that are vulnerable to climate change to develop national adaptation plans, which Sierra Leone has done, and the framework validated and soon to be presented at international level for consideration that will eventually attract funding. Dr. Alexandra Board is the international consultant contracted to work on the national adaptation plan.
Important for a country to have an app is to be prepared regarding the fact that the climate is changing, that we see more floods, more drought, the increase of the sea level rise, and hence it's important for the country to anticipate these changes and to be more resilient and less vulnerable in the future.
National consultant Dr. Reynard Johnson said latest report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change is not encouraging the reason for the plan to be thoroughly implemented in Sierra Leone.
You may recall that in 2006 to 2008, Sierra Leone actually prepared a document which was titled the National Adaptation Program of Action, NAPA. That document actually looked at the immediate needs of Sierra Leone to adapt to the adverse effects of climate change. And these were actually, this document actually targeted sectors and sector programs for the building of resilience in the various socio-economic sectors of Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone is the third most vulnerable country to climate change after Bangladesh and Guinea-Bissau, which makes it absolutely necessary for the National Adaptation Plan to be fully implemented. In December this year, environmentalists and world leaders are going to gather in Poland for the Conference of Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Reporting for SLBC News, I am Sheikh Usmaila.
This is Weekend News on the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. We continue with more stories. The President, Sierra Leone Traditional Healers Association, Dr. Kamo Muniru Sandi, has called on all traditional healers in the country to work together for better lives of traditional healers in Sierra Leone. He made this call during a peace meeting held at Calabar Town. Francis Tanema reports.
Since he was appointed as president of the Sierra Leone Traditional Healers Association in July this year by the Minister of Local Government, Dr. Kamon Muniru Sandi's administration has been fighting to bring everyone on board for a peaceful association. The Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mohamed Kone, called this meeting to give opportunity to their members to voice out their concerns. Giving the overview of the meeting, the National Project Coordinator, Sierra Leone Traditional Healers Association, Francis Fure, said the meeting will give room for reconciliation and peace in the association. Various speakers said the association currently has division because government has not made public the appointment of the new president. Some members feel left out, and that other people who held executive positions in the past do not want to step aside. Vice President, Sierra Leone Traditional Healers Association, Alhaji Dr. Mohamed Kone, said his administration wants to see all herbalists live a good life. He said even though some herbalists are powerful and can use leaves and Allah to do a lot, they find it difficult to survive. National High Priest of the association, Dr. Musa Yila Kuruma, expressed joy for the peace process and reaffirmed his commitment to ensuring that all his followers support the peace process. He said even though the infighting is going on in the association, he is hopeful of getting success at the end of the day. National President, Sierra Leone Traditional Healers Association, Dr. Kamo Muniru Sandi, acknowledged all the views of the people and promised to bring the other groups that are still not on board to work together for the betterment of all herbalists and traditional healers in Sierra Leone.
National Secretary General of this association, Traditional Healers, by the present chairman, I rise to pronounce Garage as the National Chief Advisor of the Traditional Healers Association, and Dr. Musa Iyila Kuruma as the Chief Priest of High Priest of Traditional Healers Association, Sierra Leone, the Chief Minister of all the herbalists in Sierra Leone, Mr. Mohamed Gaddafi Sharif.
Appointments of people into other positions formed part of the ceremony. SLBC News, Francis Ndanema reporting.
Water is life. This is according to the project coordinator, Kansuyu International, Ahmed Yulma. He made the statement during the handing over ceremony of 4 hand-dug wells to 4 different communities in Koidu city. Also in the project was a 13-classroom building and a health center for the people of Bumpe community in Kono district. Mariam Asuma reports.
Cansuyu is a Turkish non-governmental organization founded in 2005 in Ankara. It provides aid to the poor people, orphans and disabled in Turkey and all around the world. It carries out its activities in 62 countries in the world. As part of their activities, they have constructed 517 water wells in 57 countries in the world, supporting orphans by taking care of their education. Project coordinator Cansuyu International Ahmed Yulma informed the people that water is life, and for that every Sierra Leonean has the right to safe drinking water facility. Mr. Yulma said that as a Muslim faith-based organization, this facility constructed by them is for the use of every member in those community belonging to other faith-based religion. Kono district is not the only district that has benefited from their charities, but other districts in the country. Some of the community people who witnessed the handing over ceremony of these facilities thank Cansuyu for their relentless efforts in building water facilities in their communities. They recalled that before now they were finding it very difficult to get safe drinking water.
I feel a lot of pain by fetching water from the well, but with this pump, I will no longer feel the pain I used to feel. We thank the organization for such a gesture by providing us with safe and clean drinking water facility. The water situation is difficult in this community, but this will ease our burden.
Some pregnant women at Bumpe said that they were very much happy for the gesture as they have to go all the way in Koidu for proper medical facility.
We do have operation and other serious cases here, but we have to go to Koidu town. But with the establishment of this hospital, with trained and qualified doctors, our worries will be reduced. We ensure to make good use of this opportunity and advise pregnant women to always come to the hospital for safe delivery.
Cansuyu Regional Coordinator Sheikh Mohamed Lamin Fofana informed SLBC that the organization is operating in more than 5 districts in the country, supporting disabled, orphans and education. He added that the construction of these facilities was thousands of dollars. He therefore urged the beneficiaries to make good use of the opportunity.
The community will not get pump where it run.
In these communities, we don't have pipe-borne water, and we can't sit waiting on government to construct them whilst the people continue to drink this unsafe water. So we decided to help people with a safe and clean drinking water, and also provide a better health facility for them. I urge them to take very good care of these facilities, as thousands of dollars were used for the construction.
We don't get that barrier. Everybody welcome to the hospital for any treatment.
Meanwhile, members of the Sierra Leone People's Party in their large numbers with joy welcomed and thanked the Turkish delegation for supporting the President's New Direction agenda with the free quality education and the health sector. They also thanked Sheikh Fofana for being a patriotic citizen, not only in Kano district, but the country as a whole. Mariam Asuma reporting for SLBC.
So in the news, the main points again. 3 Chinese and 4 Ghanaians have been arrested for alleged SIM box fraud. The Presidential and Traditional Healers Association, Dr. Kamomunu Sandi, has called for unity among members. Honorable Ibrahim Tawakonte of Constituency 132 has assured his constituents of tangible development under the new direction. And Vice President ECOWAS Commission, Finda Koma, has commended National Intelligence Service chiefs of member states for remarkable contributions to peace and security. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for your company. I've been Daphne Kimomakoli.